Tommy Morrison that he was getting away from the game plan to start working the body more.
Right, he wants him to go back, but he wants him to relax too. Like I said, he looked real anxious and uptight at the beginning of this fight, and that'll wear you out in itself, just that nervousness.
Mercer with two good right hands. And now Mercer on Morrison in the corner. And Mercer's all over him, and Morrison in trouble. And Morrison goes down for the first time in his career. And that is it.
That's it.
The fight is over. Ray Mercer has won it. He successfully defended his WBO.
They some dogs. 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 They some dogs.
Woo! We got a late start. What's going on YouTube? What's going on Facebook and all the social media networks? We have a very, very interesting show for you tonight. It is what it is. It is the Ulterior Motive Sports Podcast Network. And let's get these introductions out the way before we get to our very honored and special guest. Chrissy Acutie's in the build. Chrissy, let them know what's good, baby.
I am so sleepy. It is so past my bedtime. This little princess, queen, needs her beauty sleep. But I'm excited to be on for our guest.
Really? No doubt.
Yeah,
TP, let them know what's good, baby, real quick.
What's up? What's up? This your boy Thorough from the My Dogs Podcast, where my opinions is always my opinions, and we got a good one today. I'm sorry for his hat, but we gonna get into it.
Man, we ain't worried about that hat. It is what it is. So, woo, oh my God, this man goes without speaking. This man is a legend. This man was a gold medalist in the 1988 Olympic Games. This man has fought the likes of Klitschko. He's fought the likes of Lennox Lewis. He's fought the likes of Evander Holyfield. Ladies and gentlemen, Merciless. Ray Mercer is in the building. Ray, let him know what's good, baby.
All right, man. It's good to be here, man. I'm excited. I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting.
No doubt, man. Ray, I got to ask you, man, what have you been up to, man? What's going on in your world, man? And it's just crazy just to see you, man. This is one of those moments when I'm choked up. I want to know what you've been up to, my brother.
I've been doing nothing, man, but just trying to stay off the couch, man. Getting out, getting around. That's how I'm on this show right now. Meeting people, man, and just enjoying the company, man. When I came there, oh man, I met some guys, man. They just made my night. I mean, all night long we was there. We was joking around, man. It was like we was real, man. They even gave me a Browns jersey, not jersey, but a hoodie. And they wanted to take a picture with it, man. So I had to do something I've never done before in my life. I had to take my shirt off and put on that hoodie.
How did that feel?
So I want to apologize to all my fans out there.
Stop it. Don't apologize. You just gained hundreds more.
What?
It feels good.
No doubt. So, Ray giving a big up to Cowboys, Browns backers, Rich and Jason, and much love, man. So I'm not going to hold you up. I got to, Chrissy got a question for you. TP got a question for you. Chrissy, go ahead. It's your floor, baby.
All right. So I actually grew up in Northeast Ohio, and my second favorite sport growing up was boxing. I loved watching Ray Boom Boom Mancini and, of course, Mike Tyson and George Foreman and Lennox Lewis and even you, of course, Ray. I never knew until recently, though, that you kind of got into boxing a little bit later in life. You didn't get into boxing until you enlisted into the military, which thank you very much for your service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And you were stationed in an area in Germany that I am actually very familiar with because I was in Germany for a short
Yeah.
amount of time.
I need a computer.
Uh-oh.
You good. You
Yeah.
good. Keep on
Did
going.
we lose you?
Yeah. I think she's getting it ready.
Did we lose you, Ray? Or are you still good?
No, I'm still here. I just hear a little noise.
Yeah, I don't know what that noise is.
I don't know what that is.
It for some reason in my house it does that.
Oh,
with the
okay,
phone.
okay.
Oh,
That's
the
why I got
crackling.
my wife's phone, but hers never does it. But it's doing it now.
Yeah.
But
It
hopefully
must
she
be a
got this
Pittsburgh
thing
thing.
upstairs. But go ahead with the question.
It must be a Pittsburgh thing.
No,
Right.
And you guys got that interception thing, man. The radar thing, something like that. For Pittsburgh fans.
no doubt. But go ahead, Chrissy. What you were saying now?
All right, so I realized that you didn't actually get your start into boxing until a little bit later on in life. Do you think that you maybe retained more because you did start later? You were maybe a little bit more mature and paid more attention to your coaches and stuff.
That's exactly right. I got out of high school and I hung around a couple of years, and I was 20 years old, and my dad took me down to the recruiting station because I wasn't doing anything, and signed me up for the military. And I'm a military brat. I mean, we had the best life that a kid can have, man. I'm telling you, from being born all the way up until I signed up, and then I signed up, and I was in the Army for 2 years. I was stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia. Fort Campbell, Kentucky for 2 years. Then I got stationed over in Germany. And that's the first time I put on a pair of gloves. I was walking around the motor pool, and we had the post-champ heavyweight. He was in our unit. I knew nothing about boxing. I knew about boxing, but I never, been around boxing or anything like that. So I was just talking smack to everybody, and I was kind of big walking around, making everybody laugh and all that. So the guy asked me, the trainer was there too in our unit, and he asked me if I would be a sparring partner to his heavyweight. And I told him, we had a 30-day field problem coming up in the snow and all that. That's when you go out and you sleep in the snow and you freeze and all that. It's not pleasant. But I told him when I come back from that exercise that I would do it. So he told me that if I said yes, that I won't have to go. So y'all know what I said, man. Y'all know what I said, and I'm telling you, that's how my boxing career got started. I forgot one thing when I said yes. I forgot. I didn't know nothing about how to box.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I don't blame you though for saying yes, because I was in Germany from October until February.
You know what it's like.
The coldest possible time you could possibly be there. And I was in Gießen, so I was very close to where you were stationed at.
Yeah.
Many years later. But yeah, so that was like really cool for me to learn about you. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
And I was stationed in Hanau.
Yeah.
From 99 to 2000. So I left Iraq. I left from Hanau to Iraq during that time frame, So I'm your Army brother, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. Guess what?
Wait, I gotta cut in real quick. Marcus, you were in Hanau in 99 to 2000.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Gießen in 99 or 98, turning into 99. And we actually went to Hanau, Germany to a Chi-Chi's for my 21st birthday. A year before you were there. We could have crossed paths almost.
No doubt. TP, what you got, TP?
Okay. I want to get into one of the greatest knockouts that you had. You done had plenty of them, but it was in the intro. And I heard about what inspired you to do Tommy Morrison like that. Can you tell everybody what going into the ring? Why was you so angry? What pissed you off to do that to that man like that?
I'm gonna tell you the story, man. We was in training. Me and him, I trained for like 9 weeks for this guy. Then I hurt my ankle in training, and nobody knew about it. So I was getting ready to go. My trainers getting ready to call the fight off, and then they called saying he had hurt his shoulder or something. So we had more time to train and all that. So while we was training, my trainer told me that I was only getting $50,000 more than Tommy Morrison. And he told me, I asked, why was that? He told me if I didn't believe him, just call him. So I got Bob's number and I called him. He was my promoter. And I asked him, why am I only getting $50,000 more than Tommy Morrison? And I'm the champion. And he told me, he said, cause he's white. And you know what I said? I told him, I said, thank you, Bob. I told him just like that. Because one day he was being honest.
That's motivation enough.
He was being honest. I mean,
wow.
The way the world is today, that's just how it is,
Yes.
But I took some of that into my training, and it sort of took me back into the bad days where where we didn't get fair treatment or whatnot. I'm not gonna go into all that, but I'm just gonna say that. But I did train a little bit with wanting to really kick some ass because of that. And that we got in there because I beat Tommy Morrison when we was in the amateur at the Olympic tryouts. I beat him.
Yes.
But we was weighing in at Times Square for our fight that y'all seen, and he took his shirt off, and I had a bodyguard. His name was O.D. Wilson, and he won the strongest man in the world contest twice over in Germany. And he told me he seen Tommy Morrison's back, and he told me all I have to do is make Tommy Morrison work for 5 rounds, and he'll be out of gas because he's on oil-based steroids. I didn't know anything about that, but that was 2 days before the fight. So I listened to my friend, and I changed up everything. When I was in that fight, and he was hitting me and all that, I was trying to let him hit me and get tired and all that other stuff. And you can see I was leaning on him. I wasn't throwing no punches. I was just trying to get him tired. And he got tired at the end of the third, if y'all watch it. And then at the end of the fourth, I think that was it, or the fifth, that was it.
Wow.
He was tired. He was breathing hard and everything. So our plan worked. When I was going back to the corner, my trainers was asking me what I was doing about letting the guy hit me like that and, not throwing punches back. But I changed my game plan. My friend helped me change the game plan, 2 days before the fight. And that's basically what happened. He was out of gas. And that's why I was so fresh at the end.
Wait a minute. I'm not going.
I was just playing him the whole fight so he could just throw them hard punches. I got hit with some tough shots, but they didn't hurt because I seen a couple of them coming, but I didn't. But I'm the Iron Chin, so you know what I'm saying. I can take
yes, you are. Yes, you are.
that didn't prove it, then I don't know what will.
But we ain't gonna sleep over you saying that he was known for taking steroids, and is the what is it called? Is the drug testing a joke or something like that? How is that being known and you still getting in the ring with him?
Well, I'm saying there's some fighters out there that's been in, that come from overseas and all that. We know they're on steroids, but certain people with money make people do certain things. They try to build the fight up. They built this fight up. They don't want to lose it. A couple of people come up positive on steroids, but not too many. But like I said, he was on steroids, and when he had the show, they did a 30 for 30. I don't know if you guys seen it. Tommy Morrison, they did 30 for 30, and he, they had him admitting all that stuff that he was doing. They had all the crazy stuff that he was doing. I couldn't even believe it. But yes, he was definitely on steroids. He was definitely on steroids.
So Ray, I got a question. Oh, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chrissy.
I just don't want to get too far off the subject because just hearing that they were going to pay you only a certain amount more because of Tommy being white and you not just really, really pissed me off. And I'm glad now knowing that that's the reason why you had so much motivation behind you, because that kind of stuff just makes me sick. And I am so sorry that you had to deal with stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean,
especially when it comes to boxing.
Christy, don't you do
I
it.
appreciate
Don't you
you.
do
I
it.
appreciate it.
I already did.
I really do.
Yeah. So wow,
But
man, that is
you know, that's
wait,
the way it was, man.
I'm
So now
shaking.
when people
That's
watch
how
the
mine I
fight,
am.
they'll know.
Ugh.
But it was a little racism in that fight, you know. And back in them days, it was, man. And to
Oh
this
yeah,
day, it
still is.
People are still going through this stuff, and people that never thought that this could be happening, it's when they find out about it, they're just shocked. They're just shocked at what goes on, you know, how we get treated and everything else, you know. You know, I can tell you, I'm not prejudiced at all. Me and Tommy Morrison, before he passed, I went to his gym opening and everything, man, and we got along good. I talked to his mom about 6 months ago, and I'm always in touch with his brothers and you know, that's
It's probably one of those things where he didn't even know about it, you know.
Yeah, he probably didn't. He didn't know because I didn't say anything until after the fight.
When he had no
I
control
can't wait
over
to
it.
meet you and your wife.
He knew
and
he
give you
didn't have no
those
control.
Yeah, that's why me and him and his family, that's why we get along too. But it wasn't him, man. It wasn't him at all.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
He probably should have known. That way he could have defended himself a little better. He
Yeah.
took a gun or something.
So Ray, I got a question for you. You know, and you've been around for a long time, man. And I don't know, as far as your promotion, and might be funny. Did you have any run-ins with Don King, man, out there at that point in time? Because Don was running stuff with Mike, man, and I got to know, like, have you got that Don? Did you get that? Because he's a Cleveland native. Did you get that Don King experience, or did you just avoid what he was talking about? Tell me what you think about that.
I can tell you about Don King experience. Towards the end of my career, I signed with Don King.
Okay.
And he's supposed to have like a couple of fights for 10, 15,000 or something like that. And I'm supposed to get up to the big money. But I went to the camp when I first got to the camp in I think it was Illinois. No, it was in Cleveland. We got there and we went to our rooms, and when I opened the door, it was what was it called? 1099 on the back of it. Paying taxes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I seen that, and then I was there for a couple of days, and the cook gets up when he wants to. We get up, the fighters in training. We get up. I get up like 5 o'clock and rerun, and then we eat and go back to sleep. So we got to train again in the afternoon.
Yeah.
This cook got up when he wanted to. He didn't get up to cook breakfast until like 10 o'clock.
Oh my God.
to about 10. It was an old brother, and he was old, and he didn't cook the food that he was supposed to cook in camp. He cooked. I'm talking. It was good for me because I was a heavyweight, but these little guys had to suffer, man, because he was cooking lima beans, ham hogs, stuffed fried chicken, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And for them tough guys, that's kind of tough. But I was there, and we went to the gym, and they had one phone in the whole camp, and they had it where the rules was we couldn't have no phones, we couldn't have no cars or anything. So they had one pay phone, and it was in the gym, and it was by the speed bag. So you could even hear when you got on it, somebody was in there, and the gym was only open for the phone during training time.
Oh, geez.
So I couldn't deal with them rules, so I called my wife, and I told her to call my mom and to call Don King and tell him to get me out of there. I want to leave. So he called. I mean, my wife, didn't he talk to him? Didn't he? He called me. Don King called my wife and told her that I was a nutcase. And he was going to have me on the first thing smoking that next morning.
Wow.
And he did. I got out of there. And then then he wanted me to fight for 10, 15,000, for more than he said. So, I wasn't happy with that, so we had a problem. But I can also tell you this about Don King. I also feel like Don King saved my life too. Like before all this happened, when I first signed with him, it was me. It was me and Aki one day. We came up positive for what was that? Hepatitis.
Oh yeah, hepatitis B.
It was hepatitis B. He had hepatitis too, but his was deadly. I just had like the trace thing, so it gets out of your system and stuff. But he had that bad thing, so we had to cancel the fight and all that other stuff. But he sent me to his doctor, the Cleveland Clinic in Hollywood, Florida, and they took care of me. They gave me the shots and everything. They had cured me. And I thank Don King for that. He has tremendous heart. His business is business, but for far as being a real man, far as I'm concerned, he took care of me. He took care of me like I didn't think any promoter would. So I have to give Don King that. I mean,
That's good to hear.
Wow.
He has the heart. Everybody says bad things about people, he got bad rep and all that, but you never hear about the good things, that people do. And he did that for me, man. And it made me cry and everything.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
No, did we lose him?
Pittsburgh Steelers connection.
Ah!
That's Pittsburgh Steelers connection.
It's the hat. It's the curse of the hat.
Okay, he back. I was about to get on him. But
yeah, Ray, we lost you for a second, man. Your mic is. I don't know if you got to put the phone closer to the mic. It's kind of low.
I don't know what that is.
He's got gremlins. You can hear him.
Let me go somewhere.
All right.
Ain't no light. Hold on. Ain't no light neither.
Watch out. Myles Garrett might be around that corner waiting on you with a helmet.
It's crazy. It's crazy because
I already did a hook round that corner before I came around there.
It's crazy. Ray is rocking. He is rocking that Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Like, I don't. Where did you get that from? That blows my mind.
Because when your computer kicked you out, Marcus, we learned he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
I knew that before. Thank you.
But you were saying, Ray, you was talking about what's his name? Don King having a heart. I know one person that don't have a heart, and maybe that's why you're a Steelers fan, because you're not right. What did you do to Lennox Lewis on his birthday? Can you tell the world what you did to Lennox Lewis on his birthday?
No, that was Riddick Bowe.
That was Riddick Bowe?
Yeah, we was in. You talking about? You ain't talking about when I fought Lennox Lewis, are you?
No, when you sparred with Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, that was Riddick Bowe, and we was in camp for the Olympics.
Okay,
we on the same team, and it was his birthday.
Yeah.
And me and him used to go at it all the time, man. So I told him, I came out there and I said, Riddick, the day of your birthday? He said, yeah, man. I said, you know what, Riddick? I'm gonna whoop the shit out of you today. I said, I'm gonna whoop your ass on your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
I did. And you can ask him, and he'll tell you just that. I whooped that ass on his birthday.
Can we get his contact info from
we got a little clip Marcus about to play about that day. It got a little bit in there.
All right, let's play the
clip.
Let's play the clip.
Riddick Bowe didn't want to spar.
No, nobody wanted to. The man was in the best shape of his life. You see how he ran through the Olympics with all knockouts. He knocked out every opponent in the Olympics.
Did they ever spar?
Yeah, they sparred.
Riddick Bowe didn't want to spar Mercer.
No, nobody wanted to. The man was in the best shape of his life. You see how he ran through the Olympics with all knockouts. He knocked out every opponent in the Olympics.
Did they ever spar?
Yeah, they sparred. They sparred, and it got hot in there real fast.
Yeah,
real fast. I mean, it was one of them things where I understood how he felt, that his chances of getting hurt in sparring was probably greater than his chances getting hurt in the Olympic fight.
Yeah.
Because that's how violent Mercer was.
So what ended up happening with this situation? Did they spar a lot, or?
Yeah, they calmed it down. They got together and calmed it down, which I think was best. Because the man Mercer was uncontrollable. His speed, his explosiveness, his power. I mean, he was really dominating. Even when he went to the U.S. Nationals and became national champion, he knocked everybody out. So it ain't like he just anybody. You don't just knock everybody out on that level unless you got that thing.
What do you
Wow.
think about that clip? What do you think about your peers saying that about you?
Man, I love Kevin, man. I love that dude, man. He there, he seen everything, man. You guys don't even know, man. I was in the best shape of my life. I was in the best shape. I tell you what, I was in the best shape out of like 60 guys at 12 weight classes. I was a heavyweight. I came in either third or second in the run every day. Every day. Every day. I was ready to go eat by the time these guys got back and took their showers. I was already finished. So I ran, and just like she said, me being older made me more wiser and smarter, knowing that, knowing what's at stake and knowing what can happen, how hard you have to work to make things happen and everything. Me being older helped me a lot. It really did.
I bet.
Because it gave me the advantage of being wiser and knowing what's more important than, just winning certain things. I had a dream, man, I wanted to make come true. I used to run. They didn't even have to tell me to run. Before the Olympics, before we left for the Olympics, we had our last run, and mine was 7.5 miles back to the barracks. Just for me to know that I was in shape to go to the Olympics.
Okay.
I was ready.
That.
If y'all watch all them fights, y'all see it. I was ready.
So Ray, I want to ask you, the heavyweight division has not been, for years, has not been the same. What do you think is wrong right now with the heavyweight division? What would it take for the division to be better, in your opinion?
Oh man, I don't know. I think and I do know some good trainers that's out there that can make it happen, man. They just got to get in touch with some good trainers, man. Like they got Allah from New York, man. He's one of the great trainers. He's not that old, but he's been around all the old ones, and his father also was a boxer. And so I'm trying to find a heavyweight too to send to him, man. And that's what I think we have to do, because all our other trainers, great trainers, they're dying, they're gone. I'm saying not all of them, but most of the Eddie Futches and the Tommy Parks, they're gone, and they were great. They were great trainers, man. So we need these young guys to step up, like my man I'm talking about, and we need to put them with some heavyweights, man, because it's out there. We have trainers, and we can get better. We just got to get the names, the good trainers out there. That's what we got to do.
You got like Wilder, Ruiz, and Joshua. And it's never been quite the same when you guys were out there, man. It's never been the same, man. I just don't know. You got guys like Tank Davis. How do you feel about Tank right now? Tank Davis, how do you feel about him?
And that's what I was about to ask you. I was about to ask you, do you still watch boxing, and did Tank win that last fight? In your honest opinion, did Tank win?
I can tell you this, and this is going to answer everything. Tank got his ass whooped.
Yes, he did.
Tank got his ass whooped. But I can say one thing now that they did. I'm gonna tell you, back in the day when boxing was boxing, you had to knock a champion out to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
You definitely had to knock a champion out to win. So, with that right there, he didn't knock the champ out. So hey, that's the way it used to be back in those days.
Yes.
You had to knock the champion out. You just can't beat him. You have to knock a champion out.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
So do you feel that way when it comes to you being robbed by when you fought Lennox Lewis and Holyfield?
Yeah, I wish I'd have knocked them out. Then I wouldn't have had no problems. Then I would, I didn't leave to the judges or anything. I should have knocked them two out. I tried to though.
But in your honest opinion, you believe that you won them fights.
I know I beat Lennox Lewis.
Yeah,
and I know I beat Holyfield for 7 rounds. But the thing is, when I took a knee, and I started moving. When I got up, I started moving backwards. So I gave him the leverage. You know, I was just moving backwards when I should have. I was moving forward the rest of the fight. I mean, before that happened, I was moving forward, and I started moving back. So I know why I lost that fight.
Okay, and since you said that knee, what was Tank doing when he took a knee? I ain't never seen that in boxing.
Well, and he didn't even get hit.
But if you take a knee, that's a down. You went down.
Yeah, they supposed to count, but they didn't count it.
Yeah.
No
The
doubt.
referee didn't count that as a knockdown. That's a knockdown. They did not count it.
Yep.
Yeah. Chrissy, go ahead. What you was gonna say, Chrissy?
All right. So like boxing has not been the same since the 90s. Like maybe early 2000s, but like the 90s, it really hasn't been the same since. And I want to know, Ray, if this might sound like a good reason to you. I find that the exhibition fights are a bunch of crap. And then you get like Tyson and Paul saying, we're going to fight. It's not an exhibition. It's going to be the real thing. And then they put on that god awful show that they called a fight. And then they expect people to trust the next fight that they're going to see. And I'm sorry, but like the 2 fights prior or 3 fights prior were so much better. Those were actually believable. But I'll never watch a Jake Paul fight that is being promoted by him ever again because I don't know if it's going to be real or not.
Yeah. Like you said, those 2 fights before that came on, they was excellent fights. They was excellent fights. But the Jake Paul and all, I don't care who he's fighting, it's gonna be crap. And Tyson's not, whoever he is fighting is not gonna win, because it's already set up. It's just an acting thing, man. And I was okay with it some with him fighting people that wasn't known, but Tyson is known as being the heavyweight of boxing. And for him to get into that really hurt me, and it really sort of hurt boxing a little bit. And it sort of hurt him a little bit.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Huh?
Like, I'm glad you feel that way. I was completely destroyed when they put on that show. Like I said, I'm a boxing fan. I grew up watching boxing. And Tyson, I had a lot of hope for him. I mean, after the Evander Holyfield thing back when they were younger, like to see him come back. And I just had so much hope. And I was like, if they do this right, it's going to be awesome. And they blew it. And so I have a hard time trusting boxing anymore. They lost me as a fan.
This is what you do. That, like I'm telling you, that ain't boxing. Okay?
No, it's
don't
not.
pay for it. I don't pay for it. That's not boxing. But don't let that right there let you turn against boxing, because that's not boxing. That's acting. This guy has no skills to be a champion or anything, and he's making more money than anybody.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Off the boxing. And it's only because we're sitting there, we're watching it and ordering it and talking about it, man. I couldn't believe people talking about that fight like that. And I told them, man, y'all suck it, man. And they'll go bet on it. That's the only thing. They're just trying to make money. That's all they're doing. They're making money.
Well, it's disgusting. I'm glad you agree.
Don't let that turn you against boxing.
All right.
No doubt.
So
I'll give it another shot.
Yeah. So right before we go, you got your Steelers hat on, man.
Let me get one more question in before we get into that story, that Squealer's hat he got on.
Okay.
I was just about to say that, because that hat, I'm starting to itch, because with that hat, we got to get rid of that hat. But let's talk about this Burt Cooper, smoking Burt Cooper fight. That was that your best fight that you ever fought? Because I mean, he threw a punch, you threw a punch. I mean, y'all just went at it. Like y'all just hated each other. How did you go all them rounds without getting tired? And I mean, probably the most punches you ever thrown, because y'all just went crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what it was with Burt Cooper. That was fight of the year. Me and Burt Cooper
Yes, it
fight
was.
of the year, and we both We both went to the emergency room.
Dang.
And we both was in the gurney, just sitting next to each other, getting stitched up, man. We just beat the hell out of each other. But I'm going to tell you why. Because Bert Cooper, for 2.5 years, was my sparring partner.
Ooh.
Okay. He was my sparring partner, so he knew everything about me, and I knew everything about him.
Ooh.
And that made a tough fight. I learned something with that right there, man. With
I need to go back and rewatch that.
They know you guys. I mean, we battled. I mean, man, that was tough.
And what was this big old you had? What?
And I had to fight with an 18-stitch cut for 12 rounds. Wow.
What was up with your jaw or your cheek? What was up with your jaw or your cheek?
That was a busted blood vessel. They said I looked like Dizzy Gillespie.
Yeah. I mean, it was big at the end of the fight.
It was that big. And
yes.
I fought most of the fight with that like that, man. And every time he hit that thing, man, you wouldn't even believe the pain.
I bet, you know, and we rocking the gold, so you know you got to keep that.
Oh, you guys are twins.
I said we rocking the gold, so you know we gotta keep the gold. We gotta keep that.
Hey, black and gold, baby, black and gold.
No,
man, you gotta end it like that. That's what you gonna do to us.
Black and gold.
Who is gonna be your quarterback this year?
I want to say something too.
Go ahead.
Y'all need to get some more mascots instead of all them damn dogs. Which one y'all gonna get to represent, man? Because I seen some Chihuahua.
We love all the breeds.
Don't make them dogs bite you.
We love all the breeds. We don't hate.
Oh my
That's
God!
Why y'all don't win.
But Ray,
do y'all got a quarterback? Do y'all got a quarterback? Who y'all quarterback?
Oh, man.
Yeah, Ray, who you got? Ray, who y'all got? Ray, I know you said I'm gonna bring you to Pittsburgh. Who you got? Come on now, for real though. Who y'all got?
They got a quarterback that got beat over the head with his own helmet.
Y'all just resigned. Goddamn, what's up, boy? Miles with upside his goddamn head.
Mason Rudolph. They signed Mason Rudolph, and he's happy.
Are you serious?
That was dirty. That
wasn't dirty.
That was dirty, man.
Nah.
Tomlin's gonna get him for that.
Miles has never done anything like that since.
I knew y'all gonna bring up
Mason obviously did something wrong.
Oh yeah.
Okay, look, I'm coming up there. When I come, am I gonna see all you guys?
Yeah, I'm. DP should be here. I'm trying to get Chrissy. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that the draft night is gonna be fabulous. And they want
to have both of them. Hey, we're gonna have a party. It's gonna be
I'm gonna be there. Make sure you don't bring that hat.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna bring this one.
I said this one.
Hey, he got a rocket. It is what it is, man. That is crazy. But Ray, man, it's been we got to get off. It's been a pleasure, brother. I appreciate you so much, and just talking to you and your experiences. You've made my day. You know what I'm saying? And then we about to
have him again.
Yeah. Ray got to come back, and then we got to have these camps, and y'all about to see Ray Mercer with these camps. And hey, if you gotta call your boy Larry, hey, Larry can come too. We ain't hating, we ain't tripping.
Yeah. But look, hey, the next one's on me, man. Cause I enjoyed this, and the mic was all messed up and everything, so we gotta do this again.
Oh, no doubt.
Yes.
We got you. We gonna get you right.
I want to see you guys when I come up there, Chrissy. I want you to be there.
I'm in Florida.
You live in Florida?
Yeah.
Marcus, you got to get us there.
Hey, she, bro, she's not that far away from you. So, y'all get it is what it is.
We're trying. We're trying.
We're gonna get you there.
The universe needs me there.
Where you live at?
I'm in Ohio. I'm in Columbus.
Okay, good. I'll see you again. Okay, you'll be.
Oh yeah. You gonna see me. You gonna hear my mouth and you gonna know I'm in the building.
Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. You think like my type of guy?
Yeah, so we gonna like I said, we gonna work on the, it's the big draft party coming up here next month.
Okay.
On the 24th to the 26th. You still got y'all pick. Y'all ain't gonna do shit, but it is what it is.
Okay.
We're so nice to our guests.
No, we got to give a shout out for the sponsors. We got to give a shout out. So let me go ahead and knock that before we go. Excuse me. Make sure you go to fanatics.com for all your official licensed gear. Guardian caps, taking one hit at a time. Make sure you represent for Pete. Rich Dresser. Rich is my boy, him and Jason. Appreciate you so much. And last but not least, Cleveland 13 News. And like I say every week, go Browns, bitches. And we will see y'all next week. Big shout out, heavyweight champ, Ray Mercer, Merciless in the building.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, we out.
All right, good night.
Yes, sir.